How are you lovely people doing? Today is day 18 of 21 days of thankfulness, you guys. To God be all the glory. It is a blessed thing to be up, get started. Y'all give God some praise and some honor and some glory today. If you forgot, charge it to your head and not your heart. But let this be your friendly reminder that God is so awesome and he's worthy to be praised, because you do have the breath of life. Today, you guys, it is one of those days. Today would have been my mom's birthday, so my sisters and I are preparing to go, do something at the graveside or whatnot, in remembrance of my mom. So I'm just like, Lord, I just thank you that, even though she's not here, we can cherish her memories, knowing what she taught us, some of the things she has told us, as well as some of the things that she stood for, you guys. It is a blessing to know that even though your loved ones may be gone, you guys, there's something that they left for you, whether, it's financial or whether it was just, wisdom and things of that nature, you guys. A lot of times people take that for granted, but get before the feet of the elders. And I say this while your parents are living. If your parents are living, you guys, make sure you're at their feet asking them the necessary questions that need to be asked. Find out, what Big Mama was really about, what wisdom she can give you, what Pawpaw can give you, y'all. If you have that type of relationship where they're willing to sit down and have the conversation with you. No longer can you afford to just say, okay, well, I'll talk to them another day, or I'll do it another time. Y'all, tomorrow's not promised. And a lot of people that do not have their loved ones here, you guys, a lot of people are still hurting. We still hurt, you guys. And let me tell you something, it takes time to go through the grieving process. It really does. A lot of people don't talk about it, but it does. Y'all, there are some moments where I will literally just bust out crying, thinking about my mom, thinking about the memories, thinking about, especially when my wedding anniversary comes, or my birthday, or different things like that, you guys. I get real teary-eyed, and just out the blue. It can happen at home, it can happen at work, and I'm like this, you just gotta let it flow. Be okay with letting those tears flow. There is nothing wrong with you, you guys, because let me tell you something, you only get one birth mother and one birth father. A lot of people, they act like it don't bother them, as far as because maybe their parents didn't raise them or whatever the case may be. But let me tell you something, whether your parents were right, wrong, or indifferent, you may not like their lifestyle or some of their choices, baby, but God used them as a conduit to bring you into this world. Regardless of what they were facing, you guys, God knew that you were going to come through that birth canal. Now, again, you can't help how your mama and your daddy and all them live, but baby, you can thank God for his goodness, his grace, and his mercy. Because let me tell you something, he wanted you to be born for such a time as this. There's something that you got to do in life. And it's just not just doing it for you, you guys. There's future generations. God sent us here on assignment, whether we know it or not. Sometimes, some of us, we find out sooner. Sometimes we find out later. And some people find out right before it's too late. Don't let that be too late for you. So if your parents, meaning your mother, your father, your birth mother and father still living, y'all, you need to reach out to them. Find out what's going on with them. Because let me tell you something. When they take their final breath and that casket closed, all the questions you wanted to ask, you can't ask. Let me tell you something. Talk to them. A lot of times you don't know why your parents are the way they are. You don't know what they had to face, you guys. See, oftentimes we look at the outer of people, but we don't know they were once children. They were once teens and young adults. You don't know the things they've been through. And everybody ain't built for the pressures and the cares of life, y'all. Some of our parents have overcome so much. Some of them didn't have to face hard knocks. No diss to anybody. But at the end of the day, you guys, we all have a purpose in this world. Now, don't let it slip away. Don't let unforgiveness, don't let resentment, don't even let hatred, you guys, or bitterness come up in your heart for your parents, because at the end of the day, whether they was right, wrong, or indifferent, you wouldn't be in this world today. for those of y'all that's living. But for those of y'all that do not have your parents, hold your head up, cherish those memories, you guys. You know, like I said, you gotta cry, let the tears flow, but at the end of the day, you still gotta live life. Just like if you have children, you take your final breath, your baby still gotta live. While you breathing, teach them who God is. Teach them who Jesus is. You guys, do the best that you can do. Trust me, I've learned this. When people see you helping yourself, baby, people more than willing to help you. But for the most part, you guys, some people, it takes a while for the grieving process. I can say that it gets better over time, you guys, but at the end of the day, there's nothing like your birth mother. There's nothing like your father. Nothing wrong with having bonus moms and bonus dads and whatever you want to call them, but there's nothing like your birth mother. So with that being said, you got to realize that a part of them is in you. And you say, hi, it's in your DNA, baby. It's in your DNA. Your choices may be different, baby, but your DNA is your DNA. So with that being said, you guys have a blessed and productive Thursday. And know that God loves you and I love you. Peace and blessings, y'all.